going, y'all? Rob Anderson with Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland, or Delmar, Maryland. Soon to be Hebron, Maryland, because we're moving. Anyways, I want to talk about this guy, Eli Whitney. Now, we all learned about him back in middle school or elementary or whatever, but replaceable parts, right? So, as you grow your business, you want to buy a lot of the same equipment. Obviously, if it sucks, don't buy it again. But if it's something that works and eventually breaks and you get a new one, get the same thing if possible. And then what you do is over time you end up with, this is actually a very small pressure washer graveyard. But you know, we've got, that's not one that we use. That's one that a client was like, hey, do you want my old pressure washer? And my guy said, sure. And we said, why? Why did you do that? But we've got old pressure washers. We've got a whole bunch of 8-gallon minute pumps, unloaders, gear drives, belt drives, bunch of generators. We actually have a trash transfer pump. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because, ta-da, here's our 2-inch water transfer pump. A 212cc recoil assembly. It started coming off. I lost one screw, then people yanked it, it broke the rope. And when I finally noticed it, which means that I wasn't doing a good job of looking at the stuff, but assumed there wasn't any issues, unfortunately. We literally could have just put a couple extra bolts and been fine. We could have replaced the rope, but at this point, this thing's basically shot. So I go over here to look and see, like, hey, what size does this match? Does this match the 301s? Similar size. I probably could replace it. That's a nice one. But hey, that generator still works fine. But back here, we have this other 2-inch transfer pump that actually, that's the second one that we bought. The first one, I don't even know where that went. That one might have been fully scrapped. That one, that one, the muffler was gone. It worked until the very end, and then it was like, I'm done. So I'm gonna take the recoil assembly off of this. I'm actually gonna try and see if I can get it to start, because this one seized after like 30 seconds, and Harbor Freight was like, hey, here you go, take a new one. But that's what I say. The value of keeping that pump back there for the past year or 2 or 3, whatever it's been, now I have a new recoil assembly that I can use on it and be able to keep this other pump going. So saves me 20 to 50 bucks or whatever recoil starter assembly would be. The shipping time, we're able to go ahead and get this on. I mean, you can see this is all rusted up. It does sit near our bleach transfer system. And if you don't understand, with this, we have the 2-inch transfer pump so we can hook to the top of our water tanks and be able to bulk refill our tanks at the end of the day. And also, like, if throughout the day, like yesterday or 2 days ago, we cleaned a state park right next to us, and then had to go do a residential job. So instead of having the technician head up there and then finding out that the person has bad water pressure, he just ran back here, filled up the tank, took like 3 or 4 minutes, and now he's got a full 275. So again, I'm gonna mess around with these, but that's why you keep these things, so that you do have those replaceable parts and can get stuff back in business.